found this little beauty. Our spare tire isn't even the right size, and so we're waiting for a tow. It'll be about an hour. Tow truck has arrived. Hallelujah. Okay, so a quick little update. Nothing is going according to plan today whatsoever. Like you guys saw, we did end up getting a flat tire right as we were pulling out of our apartment complex. Like we hadn't even made it 100 feet down the road when our car started shaking. So we weren't able to even fix it by ourselves. Like some things came up with the spare and it was just kind of a mess. So we had to call for a tow, go to a tire shop, get it fixed. We tried going to the gym right after that, but then other things came up. Billy had to go to work. We only have one car here in Texas, so it's been a weird day to say the least. We're gonna go to the gym again when Billy gets home from work this evening, and I'll be honest, I don't have the best attitude about it right now just because I like having a set plan and I don't like when things are thrown my way to change that. I like going to the gym in the mornings. I don't like to go in the evenings, but that's just what I have to do today. So I wanted to give you guys just one quick tip that I did for myself today to kind of try and motivate me again, because this is gonna happen. Things are gonna come up and you're gonna feel unmotivated and you've gotta stick with it. Keep going into the gym or whatever it is that your goal is. So I just wanted to show you guys, I went ahead and made myself a whole workout list. I know that if something comes up to where I'm kind of having a negative attitude towards the gym and I still go, I don't always give 100% of my effort. I kind of mosey a little bit. I talk to my husband more in between sets, or I don't push myself very hard. I'm there in body but not in spirit, you know what I mean? So anyways, it helps me a whole lot when I've actually, sorry, there's a massive fly on my window I keep staring at, but it helps me a lot to have a game plan and have specific goals of what I want to get done throughout my workout, because then I feel bad if I don't actually meet those goals. So just to give you a little bit more direction, try writing out what you actually want to do, how many sets you're going to do, how many reps, what workouts, everything. Be specific so that you have something to look forward to. So anyways, take that as it is. I hope you like it. Hopefully my leg workout goes better this evening. Okay, I finally made it to the gym, only like 12, 13 hours later than I'd hoped for. But I'm warming up on the stair stepper right now. I'm gonna do this for like 5 minutes, just until my legs start to feel a little bit of a burn and when my heart starts pumping a little bit more.
So whenever I do leg day, I always like to warm up my hips a little bit at the beginning, especially if I know I'm going to be squatting that day. It just helps a lot with my range of motion, it helps with my flexibility, and I just don't want to hurt myself, so I always warm up my hips on leg day. My first workout was box squats, and I just used a bench behind me, but you can use a literal box from the gym if your gym has those, but the bench does just fine. I like using the bench just because I know that I'm getting all the way down to 90 degrees every single time, especially if I'm going a little bit heavier. I'm not cheating on my form. But also, as I sit down, I come to a rest. My muscles actually relax for a second, so I'm forced to really fire all of those fibers again to get back up. This workout is a superset between straight leg deadlifts and sumo deadlifts. So for the straight leg deadlifts, for some reason this is a really hard form for me to get down at first. Basically, you only want to bend at your hips. Your knees aren't bending whatsoever, and you keep the bar close to your legs. Don't lock your knees completely straight. Keep a tiny bit of a bend, but keep them mostly straight. And I elevated my toes just to get a better stretch in my hamstrings. So as soon as I was done with that, I backed up a little bit so I could spread my legs further apart. And for this one, as you can see, I do bend my knees as I come down. So it's a lot like a regular deadlift. You just widen your stance to a little bit more than shoulder width apart. After the deadlifts, I went ahead and did some glute bridges. I see a lot of people moving their back a ton on these. That's not necessary. Just dip your hips low and then get a really good squeeze at the top. And I actually added a mini band around just above my knees. That way I could get a really good squeeze on my side booty as well as my main glute muscle. Next was a superset of leg extensions and leg curls to hit my quad and my hamstring. Now with this one, the tempo was a little bit different. As I came up, I tried to hold it for 1 to 2 seconds, and then I would try to bring it down for about 4 seconds. I know it probably wasn't quite that long. It seems like I'm counting slow, but I know I'm really not. But anyways, the goal is to go down slowly for about 4 seconds. That really pumps some blood into your muscle and it kills. I have to go a little bit lighter when I do tempos like this. Here's a video of that hamstring curl that I was supersetting the leg extension with. And again, I tried to keep the same tempo, just the 4 seconds slow on the way down, bring it up at a normal pace and squeeze for 1 to 2 seconds. This is hard, and it's kind of hard to keep track of how many reps you're doing because it feels like you're counting a lot of things, but give it a shot. I'm telling you, this one will kill your muscle. The next superset was cable good mornings with cable glute pull-throughs. With the good mornings, I elevate my toes again. This way, it really just helps me sit back on my heels as I'm going through the movement. I find that when you sit back a little bit further, it just helps activate your glutes even better. So again, I'm only bending at the waist. I'm trying to keep my legs straight without locking them. I just bend forward as much as I can before I come up and get a really good squeeze in my glutes. Your butt should not look cute when you come to the top of this workout. It kind of should look like a raisin. As soon as I was done with the good mornings, I went straight into the pull-throughs. And this again is the same kind of movement. Straight legs without locking your knees and a really, really good squeeze at the top. I try to squeeze for 1 to 2 seconds, but man, it gets tough near the end. This is my last little booty burnout. I went and did some glute kickbacks on the cable. I did 10 reps at a heavier weight, and then I immediately dropped it down and did 10 more reps with a little bit lighter weight. And then I went straight to do the opposite leg. Same thing, 10 reps heavy, 10 reps a little bit lighter. And I didn't rest. I went ahead and did the whole thing all over again. So basically I just didn't rest between legs. I just did 2 sets of this. I was planning on doing 3, but I was tired by the end of this workout. I kind of felt like I neglected my gluteus minimus a little bit, your side muscle on your butt, throughout this workout. So I went over to the treadmill, I stuck a mini band just above my knees so it's not on the joint, and I raised the incline of the treadmill to I think a 13, and it's a really slow pace, you guys. It's only like 1 mile an hour, but that is plenty fast for this. I squat down just a tiny bit and do crab walks at an incline, and this is exactly what I needed to go ahead and just burn out my butt the rest of the way. So I hope you guys enjoyed this workout. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, but go ahead and try this one on your next leg day.